E-Train, Young Smack the General, with KO4Miles here, giving you post-fight thoughts on Sergey Kovalev versus Andre SOG Ward. Andre Ward wins by unanimous decision. He had identical scorecards, 114 to 113. Unanimous decision. All three judges scored their final tally was the same. I picked Ward originally before this fight, and he started the fight off. To be honest with you, we knew that it would be a very close fight. He started off the first 3 rounds, I would say, especially coming out rounds one and two. He looked a little timid in there, a little gun shy. Wasn't letting his hands go. He got rocked with the straight right. He got hit with a right hand and dropped. You saw him going stiff, pause on the way down, and great fucking right hand by Kovalev. And but you saw Dre start to make adjustments around round four, and Kovalev, he has nothing to be ashamed about. He fought his heart out. I think he just gassed a little bit. Actually, if you followed the live tweets around, those middle rounds around round eight, that body work, inside work started to take a toll on him. If you wanted to score this fight for Kovalev, I can see how that, how you can come to that conclusion. If you scored a draw, I can see how you came to that conclusion. You know, Giving this fight to Ward by a point, I don't think you can give, with the knockdown included, I don't think you could give this fight to Ward by more than a round. It just, the scorecard wouldn't make sense. And, there are a lot of people that are saying robbery. It is a controversial decision. You got a lot of people saying robbery. But Kovalev did not finish the fight as strong as he started off. And, we've seen time and time again, those lasting moments, those lasting impressions weigh a lot on judges. And we see often the guy who comes on strong, the guy who comes on late, unless you're Lamont Peterson, versus Danny Cherry, Ben and Jerry's Garcia. The guy that comes on late will often and typically take the fight if it's been a close fight, and this was certainly a close fight throughout. Andre Ward started to figure Kovalev out, and I would love a rematch. It would be outstanding to see and get a rematch. The one thing about it, I think that the fight will look much different in a rematch from Ward's perspective. I think we saw Sergey do about as well as we can do. I think that Ward would do better than he did tonight in a rematch, just because he knows how to set traps better. He knows what to expect. He's not intimidated anymore in terms of the power that Kovalev is bringing. There's a lot of emotion. A lot of people on Twitter and different social medias saying that this was a robbery. Again, I'd love to see a rematch. I think the rematch will sell itself. The weigh-ins and face-off was intense. Was hype. People look like they would love to support a rematch. So, boxing needs these types of fights. And again, if you got Kovalev winning, I can't be upset with you. But Ward you have to really pay attention and know what you're looking for. He did a lot of great work, and there's a lot of ring generalship in those middle to end rounds. And I think that's what the judges left and hung their hat on. Again, it's E-Train, Young Smack the General, KO4Miles, and I'm out.